In the vast tapestry of human stories, there are threads that weave together our deepest fears and our most profound hopes. Some tales are etched in the clear light of history, their facts verifiable and their timelines certain. Others emerge from the shadows of myth, their origins shrouded in prophecy, their meanings debated for centuries. The story of the Dajjal belongs firmly in the latter category. It is a narrative that has captivated, cautioned, and sometimes confused followers of the Islamic faith for over a millennium. Dajjal is a major figure in Islamic end times. He is a false messiah who deceives many. Muslims study his story to stay alert and wise. Here we define his name, sources, and key signs. His name comes from the Arabic root dajjala. It means to deceive by mixing truth and falsehood. It also means to cover something so its reality is hidden. The name signals his method: polished, persuasive lying. It can mean coating a thing to hide its flaws from view, completely. Classical examples mention smearing tar on a camel to conceal marks and make it seem new, presenting it as better than reality. Thus, Dajjal means the great impostor. Muslims call him Al-Masih ad-Dajjal, the false messiah. He imitates holiness to mislead crowds. This title contrasts with Al-Masih Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus, the true Messiah. In Islamic belief, Jesus returns and defeats the impostor, ending his influence completely and clearly. This frames a simple contrast: the true Savior versus the pretender. Truth against deception. Guidance over spectacle and noise, always. The Quran does not name Dajjal directly. Scholars connect verses about great trials and falsehood to his era. They read them as warnings to prepare hearts and minds. Most details come from hadith, the recorded sayings of Prophet Muhammad. These narrations describe his signs and actions clearly. Major collections outline his look, claims, and travels. They teach how believers can recognize him and stay safe. Next, we summarize the key signs you should know, in simple, clear steps ahead. To understand the Dajjal, we turn to the Hadith, the collected traditions and sayings of the Prophet Muhammad. These texts don't just offer a vague warning, they paint a vivid, detailed portrait, offering unmistakable signs for believers to recognize. The most frequently mentioned attribute is a glaring physical defect. He is blind in his right eye. The descriptions are stark, with some traditions describing it as looking like a floating grape, a grotesque, sightless orb. In stark contrast, his left eye is said to be piercing and powerfully intense. This physical imperfection is deeply symbolic, representing a profound spiritual blindness and a one-sided, purely material worldview that ignores the divine. Another critical sign is found written on his forehead, the letters KFR, from the Arabic root for disbelief. This mark of apostasy will be visible to every believer, whether they are literate or not, serving as an undeniable confirmation of his identity. But his deception extends far beyond his appearance. He will wield powers that seem miraculous, commanding the sky to rain and the earth to yield vegetation. He will travel with two great illusions: what appears to be a river of water and a river of fire, a paradise of earthly delights and a hell of torment, a grand test designed to mask true realities. Yet one of these signs is commonly inverted. His heaven is in reality hellfire, leading to eternal ruin. His hell is a cool, safe refuge for the true believer. He provides food and water to his followers, but brings drought and famine to those who reject him. These are not true miracles, but a divinely permitted trial to separate the faithful from the faithless. He will manipulate the masses with powerful rhetoric and dazzling spectacle, traversing the globe with supernatural speed, entering every city and settlement. Every city, that is, except for the two holy sanctuaries of Mecca and Medina, which will be protected by angels standing guard at their gates. He preys on the vulnerable and the ignorant, leveraging their grief and longing. Some accounts even describe him confronting mourners, claiming to resurrect their dead loved ones in exchange for their unwavering allegiance. It is for this great trial that the Prophet taught protective measures, especially the recitation of the first 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf, and a steadfast bond with the divine as the ultimate, unbreakable defense. The journey of the false messiah is not a distant myth, but an allegory of a global trial designed to engulf all of humanity. It is a final sweeping test of conviction. His influence, amplified by modern technology and mass media, pervades every corner of the earth, leaving no community untouched by his message. He advances a seductive philosophy of disbelief, materialism, and self-worship, a doctrine that spreads with the speed and fury of a storm of falsehood. In each population, he puts faith itself on trial, separating the steadfast steadfast from the swayed, the discerning from the deceived. He arrives amid profound hardship, famine, war, and social collapse, exploiting grief and desperation to pose as the world's sole provider. His reign, his food, these are not miracles, but a stark moral dilemma. Will you trade your faith for survival? His provisions are a carefully laid trap, offering immediate worldly gain for an irreversible spiritual loss. Yet, a resilient minority resists, fortified by faith and the clarity of prophecy. They see past his grand displays, exposing his signs as elaborate, deceptive illusions. Tradition recalls a courageous youth who confronts him directly, a powerful symbol of truth refusing to bow to tyranny. His reign spans 40 days, but time itself feels warped. One day, like a year, one like a month, one like a week, and the rest normal. At the very brink, when all hope seems lost, Jesus, Son of Mary, is prophesied to return. He will defeat the false Messiah, bringing the great global trial to its definitive end. In Christian tradition, the Antichrist parallels the Dajjal as a master deceiver before the second coming. Though not identical, their roles, methods, and anxieties overlap. The Antichrist is popularly cast as a singular adversary rising before Christ's return. Both claim divinity, demand worship, and exploit tribulation and fear. Both are destined for defeat by the true Messiah. Islamic accounts add unique signs: the single eye, letters on the forehead, the 40-day reign, and exclusion from Mecca and Medina. Scholars see echoes of Near Eastern dualism, cosmic battles of order and chaos, not direct precursors, but a template for world-ending trials. History's tyrants shaped apocalyptic imagination, prototypes for blasphemous kings. The Dajjal narrative synthesizes archetypal fears into a single testing figure. Through hadith, commentary, and folk retellings, layers accumulated while the core warning endured. So, yeah. Interpretations span a spectrum, literal and symbolic. Literalists await a specific man with the described signs and feats, defeated by a returning Jesus. They watch societal signs, stress vigilance, and readiness. Symbolic readers see a system, political, economic, cultural, seducing with materialism and spectacle. The single eye as one-sided vision, matter without spirit. This view calls for critical engagement and ethical resistance now. Leaders have invoked Dajjal to demonize rivals and justify conflict. It simplifies crises into pure good versus absolute evil, breeding intolerance and violence. Online media amplifies the story, from scholarship to sensationalism, blending tradition with conspiracies about hidden elites and technological control, blurs truth and entertainment. In the flood of compelling falsehoods, discernment grows harder, a mirror of the deceiver's methods. The antidote remains the same: knowledge, faith, and calm, critical inquiry. Woven from prophecy and human fear, the Dajjal story still speaks today. We traced its warnings, parallels with the Antichrist, and archetypal roots, literal or symbolic. It frames the ultimate trial of telling truth from falsehood. It is a rich tapestry, inviting many readings. Its power lies in the questions it forces us to ask, not fear, but a framework for ethical life in the present. How do we recognize truth in the noise? What standards guide our judgments of leaders and ideas? Are we swayed by promises of ease and comfort? Traditions answer: knowledge, unwavering faith, and remembrance. Strengthen the inner compass before the trial arrives. In a world of shadows, choose the light, and keep choosing it.